Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel with me, Mighty Snail. It's the first video I've made in a little while, and obviously as you can see we're on Minecraft, and today the video is going to be the quickest way that I have found to get yourself Fortune 3. Fortune 3, yeah, good enchantment to have. Finish you off. Good enchantment to have, and it's, yeah, if you obviously mining diamonds, obviously it increases the chances of getting extra diamonds dropped when you mine that particular block, or the same with iron. If you want a good stack of iron, it's a good way to do it. Now obviously there are a couple of ways you can do it. Here for instance we have my AFK, it's not really AFK but you know what I mean, the fish farm. Really good way of building up XP, just keep checking it in, obviously, you know, and it's pretty much automatic. Now you do end up with a lot of loot, as you can see from there. You also end up with a lot of junk, but you get a lot of decent enchantment books. So I've got Feather Falling 5 there, Flame 1, Aqua Affinity 1, but through doing this, as you can see, got Fortune 2 there, which isn't bad, but obviously Fortune 3 is better. This whole chest was full with books, but none of them were Fortune 3. So the easiest way and the quickest way that I have found is, as you can see obviously here I'm growing loads of sugarcane. Now that will play part in this. Easiest way that I have found to do this is you need to find a village. Now luckily for me there is one just across the water here, down on the bayou, and you need to find yourself a village with some villagers, and you're going to need to find yourself a villager who does not have a job. Now I have already put this in place. Also to do this you're going to need to build yourself a lectern, which will require 4 blocks of wooden planks, if that makes sense. I'll show you in a second to make the lectern. So you get 4 wooden planks, these go, so 3 of them across the top here. In the middle pop a bookshelf, at the bottom another set of wooden planks, and that will create the lectern that you can see in there. Now what you do is you need to find yourself a villager. It's crowded in there today, who looks like that. So the guy in the green there, he doesn't have a job. And what you do is when you put the lectern down, as you can see over here, you get the librarian. Now if I click on the librarian, you will obviously be able to trade with him. Now as you can see for the book, second row down here, it's 32 emeralds and a book that he wants to trade. But first time round doing this, as you can see, the book that I can trade for is Fortune 3. Now 32 emeralds is quite a lot. If you have, like me, tons of sugarcane, you can obviously make that into paper, trade with him to get emeralds. But I found the easiest way to build up emeralds is what I did is I trapped another villager. He was trapped in his hole. He's now lurking over here. As you can see, stonemason. Now with a stonemason, you can see first thing you can trade with him is clay. Clay is so easy to find. You can find absolutely tons of it with a spade or a shovel. Dig it and you get tons of it in literally no time at all. Come back and trade it with him. It's a really quick way to build up those emeralds. Once you've built up that, if you fancy trading something else, obviously it shows you there you can trade stone. And stone, chuck it in the furnace there. You take your cobblestone, chuck it in the furnace, and it will produce stone. You can trade that with him. So between trading the clay, stone, and the paper with the librarian, you will end up with those emeralds in absolutely no time at all. And of course once you're over here with your librarian, emeralds and a book, trade, and that is it. Fortune 3 is yours. Now if by some chance when you put the lectern down and you obviously get the librarian appear, if you find that the book that you want to trade, i.e. Fortune 3, is not the book that comes up the first time, simply get rid of the lectern, and obviously basically he will go back to being a normal villager with no job. Put it back down again and you'll find obviously then he'll come back to being a librarian, and then check to see what the trade is, and with any luck it will be fortune 3, and that is literally the quickest way that I have found to get that particular enchantment for my pickaxe. And obviously it stays the same, so I can then trade a game with him for it to use on an axe or anything else that you can use it on, so you can just repeat that trade time and time again and get that same book. It's a really quick way of doing it, guys. Anyway, that is the quickest way that I found. I hope that you've enjoyed the video and it was helpful to some of you. Thank you to everybody who has watched, and also those that have already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and you won't miss any future videos. Please feel free to like, share, leave a comment if you really want to. But until next time, guys, happy crafting, and we'll see you on the next one.